Hello, everyone, and we thank you for joining us for the 44th Matt's Weather Weekly Weather News. Today is Wednesday, April 4th, 2012, and as many of you may know, April is Autism Awareness Month every year. So what we're going to be doing for the next 4 weeks, next 4 Wednesdays on the Matt's Weather Weekly Weather News is we're going to be talking all about autism, what autism is, how autism affects the people who have it, and how autism affects the community. So what we're going to do first today is we're going to give you a little bit of an overview of what autism is with some information from autismspeaks.org. As many of you may also know, I have autism myself. I have Asperger's syndrome, and it really is a struggle. It's almost a dangerous thing sometimes to not be able to understand, to have a difficult time understanding what people mean by what they say based upon their social cues, their body language and whatnot. Because sometimes, and for my case specifically, sometimes it's tough to tell whether someone's, teasing you or not, if they're being sarcastic or not, and that can be very dangerous sometimes, and a lot of people have taken advantage of me with that, and it is certainly not fun. It is very, very cruel. And so for the next 4 weeks, I'm going to be giving you as much information about autism as there is out there, and I hope that, so I'm going to do my part to get as much information about autism out there as I can, and I hope that you will do the same to pass this information along to anyone you may know, to just spread awareness. That's all this month is about, is spreading awareness of autism, because there's so many people that don't know what it is and don't understand how it is. So we're really trying to change that. But first, as always, your WFSB Channel 3 early morning 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, Thursday, April 5th, mostly sunny, breezy, and cool. High 53 inland, 55 at the shore. Friday, mostly sunny, breezy, and seasonably cool. High 56 inland, 57 at the shore. Saturday, mostly sunny and pleasant, high 60 inland, 60 at the shore. Easter Sunday, mostly sunny in the morning, then partly sunny during the afternoon, high 64 inland, 62 at the shore, so not too bad for Easter Sunday. Monday, mostly cloudy, a chance for showers, breezy, high 60 inland, 62 at the shore. Tuesday, partly to mostly cloudy, high 58 inland, 59 at the shore. And on Wednesday, April 11th, a mix of clouds and sunshine, a chance for showers, breezy and seasonably cool. Breezy and seasonably cool. High 56 inland, 58 at the shore. And I also should say that there is a red flag warning in effect for all of Connecticut through early to mid-evening, so that basically just expired. What a red flag warning is when you have dry conditions and you have windy conditions, the potential for brush fires. But that red flag warning basically did just expire this evening just now. So, okay, and now over to a reading from autismspeaks.org about autism. Let's listen in.
What is autism? What is autism spectrum disorder? Autism spectrum disorder, ASD, and autism are both general terms for a group of complex disorders of brain development. These disorders are characterized, in varying degrees, by difficulties in social interaction, verbal and nonverbal communication, and repetitive behaviors. They include an autistic disorder, Rett syndrome, childhood disintegrative disorder, pervasive developmental disorder not otherwise specified, PDD-NOS, and Asperger's syndrome.
Should also note that there are many different levels of autism. There are many different names for autism. For example, I have Asperger's syndrome, and that was one of the types of autism the article or the reading just mentioned. And there are all kinds of different types of autism out there, and everyone who has autism is different regardless of the specific label they have. So just keep that in mind. And this article, by the way, is about 7 minutes long. Or this reading is about 7 minutes long.
ASD can be associated with intellectual disability, difficulties in motor coordination and attention, and physical health issues such as sleep and gastrointestinal disturbances. Some persons with ASD excel in visual skills, music, math, and art. Autism appears to have its roots in very early brain development. However, the most obvious signs of autism and symptoms of autism tend to emerge between 2 and 3 years of age. Autism Speaks continues to fund research on effective methods for earlier diagnosis, as early intervention with proven behavioral therapies can improve outcomes. Increasing autism awareness is a key aspect of this work and one in which our families and volunteers play an invaluable role. Learn more. How common is autism? Autism statistics from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, identify around 1 in 88 American children as on the autism spectrum, a tenfold increase in prevalence in 40 years.
Should also point out that 1 in 88 American children with autism, that ratio is up, or is even smaller, I should say, than it was very recently. That was changed, that was recently changed as recently as I think like 2 weeks ago. So as awareness increases, more cases are recognized, which is absolutely wonderful that it's being addressed more often than it ever has been before. And increasing numbers in children with people with autism too are also out there for some unknown reasons that we have yet to figure out why.
Careful research shows that this increase is only partly explained by improved diagnosis and awareness. Studies also show that autism is 3 to 4 times more common among boys than girls. An estimated 1 out of 54 boys and 1 in 252 girls are diagnosed with autism in the United States. By way of comparison, this is more children than are affected by diabetes, AIDS, cancer, cerebral palsy, cystic fibrosis, muscular dystrophy, or Down syndrome combined. ASD affects over 2 million individuals in the US and tens of millions worldwide. Moreover, government autism statistics suggest that prevalence rates have increased 10 to 17% annually in recent years. There is no established explanation for this continuing increase, although improved diagnosis and environmental influences are 2 reasons often considered. Learn more.
Environmental influences, that would be, could be things such as bullying, could make it more difficult for someone with autism to cope with the issues that they have, and more difficult to improve in the issues that they have. And definitely improved diagnosis is making it easier to spot autism at an earlier age.
What causes autism? Not long ago, the answer to this question would have been we have no idea. Research is now delivering the answers. First and foremost, we now know that there is no one cause of autism, just as there is no one type of autism. Over the last 5 years, scientists have identified a number of rare gene changes, or mutations, associated with autism. A small number of these are sufficient to cause autism by themselves. Most cases of autism, however, appear to be caused by a combination of autism risk genes and environmental factors influencing early brain development. In the presence of a genetic predisposition to autism, a number of non-genetic, or environmental, stresses appear to further increase a child's risk. The clearest evidence of these autism risk factors involves events before and during birth. They include advanced parental age at time of conception, both mom and dad, maternal illness during pregnancy, and certain difficulties during birth, particularly those involving periods of oxygen deprivation to the baby's brain. It is important to keep in mind that these factors, by themselves, do not cause autism. Rather, in combination with genetic risk factors, they appear to modestly increase risk. A small but growing body of research suggests that autism risk is less among children whose mothers took prenatal vitamins containing folic acid in the months before and after conception. Increasingly, researchers are looking at the role of the immune system in autism. Autism Speaks is working to increase awareness and investigation of these and other issues, where further research has the potential to improve the lives of those who struggle with autism. Learn more. What does it mean to be on the spectrum? Each individual with autism is unique. Many of us on the autism spectrum have exceptional abilities in visual skills, music, and academic skills. About 40% have average to above average intellectual abilities. Indeed, many persons on the spectrum take deserved pride in their distinctive abilities and atypical ways of viewing the world. Others with autism have significant disability and are unable to live independently. About 25% of individuals with ASD are nonverbal but can learn to communicate using other means. Autism Speaks' mission is to improve the lives of all those on the autism spectrum. For some, this means the development and delivery of more effective treatments that can address significant challenges in communication and physical health. For others, it means increasing acceptance, respect, and support.
Okay, and that's the article, that's the reading. That basically really covers it from A to Z. What we're going to talk about next week is we're going to get a little bit more specific about the different types of autism is what we're going to do next week. We're going to explain the symptoms of all the different types of autism that there are, and we're going to explain how different every type of autism actually is. So that will do it for the 44th Matt's Weather Weekly Weather News. If you have any questions about this, about anything, email me, mattsweather1@aol.com. Please don't hesitate to do so. And we hope that you'll join us next week as we continue to talk about autism for the entire month of April on the Matt's Weather Weekly Weather News for the 45th Matt's Weather Weekly Weather News on Wednesday, April 11th. We hope to see you then.